Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and comment and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. So we know all the Foxhole TGIF stuff that's been going around that started with, restarted with the Carlos King interview with Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva said some choice words about Armand Wiggins, and they talked about the demise and the cancellation of TGIF. And so it just started a whole nother fire, and everyone's giving their opinions. Everyone's blaming Al for the show being canceled, Claudia or Armand. Most people are not blaming Funky, but the show really started going downhill when Funky Dineva left. Claudia is now, allegedly leaking Zoom calls from TGIF meetings. So that's keeping things going. It's a whole mess. So, Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King do a weekly Messy Mondays on YouTube on both of their channels. And Dr. Heavenly wanted to give her take on it because she co-hosted on TGIF a few times, and her and Al had a huge blow up. Dr. Heavenly was asked not to come back because her and Al had it out so bad, but according to Dr. Heavenly, she thought they were just, going back and forth like it wasn't a big deal, but Al couldn't get over it. Okay, and then I'll play a part of Sharrell's World going in on Claudia Jordan. She's been really going in on Claudia lately because if you know TGIF and you know Claudia Jordan, then you know what Claudia was doing on that show. She used that show to go against all her enemies. She talked crap about Nene Leakes. She talked crap about Omarosa and Omarosa's mama. And she tried to get Al to go in on Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives several times. So let's listen to Dr. Heavenly and Sharrell's World.
My question for you, and I just want to have a real conversation, right? Let's have a real conversation. A lot of people have asked me questions because I've had experience on TGIF. In fact, they put me off that bitch, right? After me and Al got into it. So when people say that Al is a certain way, I don't know, but I know I've told you because Al is kind of sensitive.
So basically, Carlos, you knew already. Don't act surprised.
I said that when they first got canceled. I said Al is very sensitive in my experience. Now, you were there with me when you saw him, and I was on there, and he would slam down his computer and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, damn, is it all that? But then you never know.
And I was watching. I remember it was highly intense.
Say this, you never know what bothers people because I didn't think saying Al Jones was that deep. I just didn't. We were joning.
Well, what we have to do is give some context to the audience. Oh, when I was doing it the same week as you, I remember feeling like, this is weird, like did something happen? And then later I found out that you two had a debate based on two topics, right? It was a topic of men.
It was only one. It was Tyler Perry saying something like, and I'm paraphrasing. They had a clip of him saying something like, "As black women, we need to be."
It was like, if the man can only pay the light bill, it's okay. Like, really, Tyler?
Easier on the guys and maybe settle. That's not the word he used, but he was saying lower your standards because women lead in entrepreneurship. The black women are bad, right? So they were saying give the men a chance if they're not on your level financially, education-wise, or whatever. I'm paraphrasing, but all that to say that women need to settle. And my stance on it was,
ooh, Al got hot.
no, women don't need to settle. The men need to stand up. They need to step their game up. That's what I was saying. So in the end, the interesting thing about it, when Joyce called me, she was like, Heavenly, the first 2 days, she was like, Heavenly, you're being very political, laid back. We want to see the Married to Medicine kind of Dr. Heavenly that we.
So Joyce called to be messy and pump her up. She wanted Heavenly to bring the drama. So if she do that, she only have two people to go back and forth with on the panel.
Used to, right? Because I was following Al because it was Al, you know what I mean? And I think I did a couple of days with Claudia, and I did a couple of days with Claudia. So I'm trying to be calm because that's what they doing. I mean, I'm not trying to be Funky Dineva, I'm being me. And then they say, hey, can you turn up just a little bit? So okay, I got you. They they don't really pay much, but I mean, you know, I'm here to serve the people. So I thought that we were supposed to have, you know what I'm saying, talk about it and give my real opinion, which I always do, in the way I do. But it was the end of the segment, and Al was saying, Heavenly, you a kept woman, and you spoiled, and you don't get the right to say none of this and this, that, and other. And I was like, what? Dude. And that's when we went back and forth, and we were over talking to each other, and we weren't getting anything done. So it was the last segment. I wasn't going to let him get the last word, because you know I'm a petty bitch, right? So when we ended, I went on my live and continued the conversation by myself. I like to talk. So then the next day, it was like, okay, they didn't have anybody to replace me, or they had just found out about it. But Al had a little attitude, and rather than saying he had an attitude or a problem, he was just acting like a little girl. It was like the whole time he was just like.
So Al wasn't being a team player, and Al don't know how to keep a poker face.
You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, he just slammed his computer down. I'm like, damn, bitch. Come on, dude. It wasn't even that deep to me, for me. But I did want to get my stance out.
Slam the laptop down like Nene Leakes. Everybody want to be Nene Leakes.
I felt like, why do you feel like I don't get a word to say when I say women don't need to settle? I feel hard. We was way on. And then I said, oh, he used to be married to Star Jones, so he probably was the man that was not stepping up. And so that's what I let up in my live, and I called it Al Jones. You know, that's clickbait, Al Jones. And then it went viral or whatever. And you know what I'm saying?
I remember that, but I did not catch it at first. I didn't catch the Al Jones part at first, but that was funny. Dr. Heavenly.
When I came back one day with the attitude. The next time I'm doing surgery and my phone keeps blowing up, and it's Joyce. Joyce keep calling me. And I'm like, this my real fucking job. Why are they blowing my phone up about this? You know what I'm saying? I love doing it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I love doing it.
Yes,
but you can't be calling me my real job. Right. So finally I called her back, and she was like, Heavenly, you know, I need to talk to you. Hey, we got to go in a different direction. And she was all frantic, and she was like, listen,
catering to Al. Okay, Joyce, we see you.
We're going to pay you for the rest of the week, but we need to go in a different direction. And I said, okay, all right. But I already knew what it was. So, I mean, I used to stand on that show. So if Al would stand up and say, bitch, I'm not coming back if y'all have Heavenly on there, which that probably what it was. Okay. Heavenly ain't got to be there. I felt like I was doing them a favor anyway, but I like.
Heavenly was pretty good on there. I was mad that she couldn't come back. That was messed up.
Doing it. You see what I'm saying? So that was my story. And then people were telling me Al kept talking about it. They were like, you can't even bring up Dr. Heavenly. They were like, we're not talking about Dr. Heavenly. We're talking about marriage.
People were telling you are funky.
To medicine. He was like, I don't want to hear her name on the show. People sending me the clips. And Funky Down, he was saying, man, stop being a pansy. Stop being a girl about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got out of the conversation. And then I would hear that he was doing lives, and he would put my picture up or something. I never even really responded to.
Yeah, Al, when he started his own YouTube, he tried to get the smoke with, tried to have the smoke with Dr. Heavenly, talking about the incident. He talked about the incident twice. It's like, okay, Al, if it didn't go viral the first time, leave it alone. And like Funky said, he told Al, or he was going to tell Al, you really don't want the smoke with Dr. Heavenly, so you need to do something different with your YouTube.
Again, because I thought it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I said all that to say this. I did hear through the grapevine that they had toxicity or problems or issues or whatever. Wherever I heard it from, I heard it. But my point was, it did not take Armand 2-3 years, 3 months to get the information. Because I had it. And I wasn't even on there. I didn't even check it for them like that. And I probably watched it 3 times. Other than the times I've been on there. I saw the one with Lunel because somebody sent it to me. And then I watched it maybe 2 other times. They got a great show. And I hate that it's, it's not no longer. But hopefully they're revamping it and bringing something else out in its place.
No, I agree with you. And I didn't have your experience. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the show. But you do
remember when we were live that he was kind of fragile.
Oh, I remember. No.
Heavenly say, back to Al.
Thing is this. My experience when I was guest co-host with Claudia and Al, we would talk during the breaks and we would be, hey, I'll hit you, whatever. When I hopped on with the 2 of you, I do remember being like, oh, people are quiet today. Okay. It was different. And then I found out
you specifically telling him, man, do you need a hug? Man, what's going on, man? Do you need a hug? Because he was acting like a...
But that's when I was told that you and him had a heated discussion the day before, and when obviously you are there again, I was like, hey, what's going on? Y'all good? Because like you said,
I can be professional at any time. It was him, and you asked him.
All right, it's about professionalism, and they talk about Al has been so professional after the cancellation, but sometimes he wasn't professional on the show. Now, sometimes Claudia wasn't professional on the show either.
Man, what's wrong, man? You need a hug? I remember you asking him that. But my whole thing is this. I felt like, yeah, we had a heated discussion, but I didn't think it was that deep. I just wanted to finish it on my timeline, which I did.
Now let's hear what Sharrell said about Claudia Jordan. I mean, she is really, really giving it to Claudia. She did this live this week. I believe it was this week, but she sent it to private. She sent the video to private, but thank goodness the Messy Sweet Spot caught it. So I'm gonna play some clips from Sharrell's World going in on Claudia.
She handed out a whole bunch of promises to people. You're going to be on the show, and you're going to be on the show, and then I'm going to start a new show with you. And that's what it is to get you revved up. You shouldn't go hard for anybody but your damn self.
Hello?
I do not like Claudia because she's a colorist. She's a manipulator. She's a fucking liar. Wow. She's disrespectful to Michelle. I have my own reason. It has nothing to do with this stupid show. This is over. Why are we still talking about this? But I'm going to do it.
Because what people we talking about Claudia's character. And she's you liar! Her character is what we're talking about. We can add this to...
Yeah, we're talking about her character.
GTIF, like we said, multiple parties, even management.
Sharrell and Perry, they be calling people names wrong, pronouncing stuff crazy, but they are entertaining.
From seeing Joyce talk, producers all had their hands into this mess here, right?
Here's the thing. If Claudia doesn't clean this shit up, she don't get another job. Just like Sean said, you're the one with the messy reputation, bitch.
Wow.
It's you. You're messy. You're disrespectful to people. I'll never forget what you did to Nene Leakes when she was in mourning.
Wow.
You come out and tell her you should be glad anybody showed up at Greg's funeral. I don't like you for your character.
She said that?
Yeah, she said that. I watched that episode as well. I've watched all the episodes, but yeah, I remember that. She attacked Nene while she was grieving.
You got so much to say about other people. You tell Nene just be glad somebody showed up to the funeral. You say this to a grieving widow.
Wow.
Please leave me alone.
She sure
I'm asking that. All of you guys, please leave me alone. I wish my husband had not died. I would not be dealing with any of this. Please leave me the fuck alone.
Then I don't have a problem.
Yep, I remember that. Claudia used Fox Soul and TGIF to get at all her enemies. She used that show and she wanted Al and Funky to be on board with it. And I guess if they weren't, she was mad at them.
This is why you don't have a man. They like you because the way you look, they stay with you 5 damn minutes.
Wow.
You're never going to get married. You're always going to be the bride and you're always going to be the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Damn.
You're not going to have any children, thank God, so you won't mess them up with your old ass. You're 50 years old. Grow the fuck up.
Dang.
You're 50.
Woo.
And let me tell
I mean, she went in. She privated the video, but it's out here.
you what you missed out on. Marriage is great. When that man thinks that you are the most special thing and will bend over backwards for you, you will never know how that feels.
Damn.
So keep lying and being messy and being colorist and causing trouble wherever you go. But the true gold is family. That's something you don't have.
Oh, shit.
You don't want to be black.
Damn.
Except.
There's somebody in the comments talking about, Sharrell, you are rude. Y'all don't know Sharrell. Y'all, was Sharrell right for going in on Claudia like this? I mean, she says she really despises Claudia because of how she treated Michelle, the blogger, Michelle ATLN Brown, and how she treated Nene. Now, if you're a Nene fan, you're going to have a problem with Claudia because Claudia got on that show and did Nene dirty. And she was mad at Al because Al didn't join in, but Al and Nene are friends. All right, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.